What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are here in Seoul again. Got a couple more days in Korea. No real plan for today. Just gonna wander around the city and see what we come across. So come along for the ride and we'll see what Seoul has to offer. Alright, so I've been seeing these food stalls around, not just in Seoul, but in a lot of places. They're little fried fish pastries, and they're filled with either cream or smashed beans. So they're super cheap. 4 of them are about $1.50 US. So grabbed an order of those to try them out. We'll see. This is what they look like, little fish pastries, and they're stuffed with either beans or cream. I think this one might be the cream one. We'll try. This is the bean one. It has an interesting taste. It's kind of sweet, but also not really. But I'm not necessarily a huge fan of this, but I don't mind it. This is the cream one, and I will say it is significantly better than the bean one. This is like a dessert. It's pretty good. Final verdict on the fish, guys. Beans, not so much. The cream, yeah, the cream is definitely the best. So sign me up for those. Beans, nah, thanks, but no thanks. Okay, so here we are at Seongnam Gate. I might be butchering that, so I apologize. However, this is one of the main 8 gates. It's part of the old Seoul city walls and defensive fortifications that led into the inner city and the capital for the Joseon dynasty between the 1300s and 1910, when the Japanese came and took over. So you can see a little refurbished wall there that shows the remains of the outer city walls. But very similar architecture to the Hwasong Fortress that we visited in Suwon a few weeks ago. But nevertheless, this is one grand entrance. This is pretty cool. Guard mount Korean style. I like it. The guard standing post. I'm not sure if you can see it, but way off in the distance, there's a green and white roof that looks like it could be the roof of a palace or something of that nature. So I'm gonna keep walking, see if we can check it out. Seoul land for the win.
파티를 여는 것이 아니라 여러분들이요, 매일같이 날마다 평화로운 파티, 최고의 A급 파티를 열며 살았던 부자가 있었습니다.
Some national monument.
여러분들,
a palace indeed. We are coming up to the Gyeongbokgung. Again, probably butchering that, but the Gyeongbokgung Palace. So it looks pretty massive. We're gonna go check it out. Right across the street we got the US Embassy and Consulate. We're gonna keep going down the square here so we can enter and check out the palace. Wow, it looks big. Alright, let's do it. City bus tour, hop on, hop off. You'd never find me on one of those. Especially in a city like this, you're gonna be stuck in traffic for hours. Just, I don't know, hop off and walk. Use the subway, but city bus tours are a scam. You're stuck in traffic for hours. Okay, so we're walking up to the Gyeongbokgung gate right now. So this is the main entrance to the palace. And this thing is pristine. Wow. Wow. That's incredible. So there's the back side of the main gate. And this courtyard is just epic. I got my entry ticket for the palace, 3,000 won, which is about $1.50. Pretty cool. So if you see all the people to my left wearing these traditional dresses, they're called hanboks, and you can see a couple of the males with the hats and tunics. So the hanbok is essentially traditional Korean dress from the proper eras. So we're talking, 400-500 years ago. Anyway, if you wear one or you dress in the traditional style, in the hanbok style, you get free admission. So that's pretty cool. You do see a lot of them around. It's awesome. You also see a lot of non-Koreans, other nationalities doing it too, so that's pretty cool. Getting fully intertwined with the culture. I gotta love it.
I think it's just one floor, right? Gorgeous.
It's a better picture though, right?
This was like it's the throne room, right? Right. It's the throne room though, right?
Not sure where we're going next, but we're just gonna keep wandering around here. This place is massive, so we'll explore it a little bit. So this pavilion was built in the 1860s, and it was used when the palace hosted banquets, special foreign dignitaries or visitors, and they would hold the party on the bottom and the dinner and the drinks up top on the second floor. pretty cool venue. This place is so big. You just keep finding more nooks and crannies. And more buildings either focused on reflection, worship, and prayer, or government, old government offices where heads of state would sit. It's pretty awesome. And I think we're on the back side of this pavilion now. Yeah, the Royal Court Pavilion. Might get a better look here, actually. Oh yeah. So like I was saying, this pavilion was built to host royal courts, banquets, feasts, and also entertainment when foreign envoys came to visit. Has a reflecting pool you can see. It's awesome. So this hall was built at the same time as that multi-story pavilion in the 1860s. This was built as an administrative hall, so state officials and the king could meet, deliberate, and discuss state affairs and foreign affairs inside this building. It's a really cool view. Reflecting pool on the mountain in the backdrop. Beautiful day, man. Can't beat this. So after the main palace was decimated by a fire in the 1870s, the king and his staff actually temporarily moved here to this palace in the back end of the fortified walls. After the main palace was repaired, this served as a reception hall, library, where they kept books and records for people to study. Pretty cool. Even though it was a temporary site, it still looks beautiful. The mountain in the backdrop kind of ties it all in together. This is neat. This park that I'm in is massive. I think I've been walking for miles and I still haven't seen everything yet. Palace was awesome, and just outside of it is the Folk Museum. Now, it is closed, but that was the building that I kept wanting to go to. It's just outside the palace walls, but talk about a grand and prominent entrance. That's pretty cool. So this part of the folk museum is outdoor, and it's called the 70s and 80s Streets of Memories. They have some buildings here as they would have appeared 40, 50 years ago. So it's really cool. I like when, doesn't necessarily have to be museums, but I like when towns and stuff do things like this. And gives a glimpse into everyday life in the past. This looks like a little mini mart corner store. Comic book store? Maybe? Yeah, it is. Nice. It's got a bus stop on the left. Barbershop. Yep. Coffee shop. It's pretty neat. Trip down memory lane is what it's called, but it's Korean 70s and 80s themed streets. I like when places do this. It's awesome. Well, that was awesome. For only 3,000 won, that is far more than I bargained for in the best way possible. So we're gonna be heading back now. Not sure what else we might come across. I'm walking on the other side of the street now while I'm walking back in case I missed anything. But yeah, I think we're a couple miles from the hotel, so we'll walk, check some things out, then get dinner before we call it a night. Okay, we're back in business. Looks like we got more palace grounds. I think we need a ticket, so we'll get one, head in, and see what it's all about. Alright, got my ticket for a whopping 1,000 won. We are at the Deoksugung Palace. All these palace areas, they're essentially like a park. An outdoor museum, if you will. These are awesome. I mean, I could just spend all day wandering around these things. especially in nice weather like today. So this area here, the gate and the hall behind it, and this entire courtyard, this area was reserved for official state ceremonies and formal celebrations in the early 1900s. The gate is where the official party would enter from, and the section that is cordoned off in the staircase, that is where state officials would walk up and enter. Then I'll show you the path that they would walk on to get to the throne hall, because part of the path is specifically reserved for the king, and it's this protruding part in the middle, this middle strand here. So the king would walk on that path alone and up the steps and into the throne hall, where he would partake and oversee official state ceremonies. Pretty cool.
빨간 해는 정 가운데가 아닐까.
And here's the throne hall, where the king would sit and preside over these ceremonies.
다른 정상.
You got some more buildings in the back here. This is my maybe third or fourth palace I've been to, and they usually have very similar layouts. They have some type of throne / shrine hall, administrative buildings, meeting buildings, and then residential quarters. And that's very similar to how this looks like it's laid out. Much smaller than some that I've been to, but nonetheless, it's still beautiful. They're still really cool to come and see. And for 1,000 won, I mean, you can't beat it. It's right in the middle of downtown, right off the street. See all the modern buildings and skyscrapers in the background. It's kind of crazy. Even though South Korea and Seoul have become really modernized and high-tech, it's still nice that they preserve their history like this. I mean, we're right in downtown. You have dozens of skyscrapers surrounding this place, but it's still pristine. It's still preserved. They recognize, honor, and inform about their past, which is always awesome. So hats off to South Korea. Alright, we're gonna head back out to the main street and keep making our way back to the hotel. We still need to get some food, but that little palace there, for 1,000 won, it's awesome. It really is. So if you're ever in the Seoul area, it definitely isn't as high trafficked as the main one I was in earlier, but it still gives you that historic Korean feel. So, and they also have, if you go during opening times, there is a museum back there as well. So, alright, heading back the right way. I just picked this thing up from Mega Coffee. I'm starving, I'm thirsty, haven't eaten anything all day besides those fake fish Korean empanadas, and I left my water at the hotel. So, oh, that is not good. Oh my god, that is not good. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know what I ordered. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my god. I just sucked up a leaf or something. Nope. All right. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay. Trash. We're gonna go to this Bass Burger place for dinner. Not Korean, but has really good reviews, and I'm craving something not Korean. So we'll see how it is. Alright, this looks pretty good. I got the double house burger, the Bass Burger, with their house lager. Should be pretty good, I think. We'll see. Alright, that burger place is pretty good. It's my one complaint about all the bread, or at least bread on sandwiches here. You gotta toast the buns. You just gotta toast them a little bit. But other than that, flavor was really good. It is different than normal American burgers, because they put their own little Korean flair on it with the spices and seasoning, but still very, very good. Gonna be kind of an early night tonight. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day, it's been a long week. So probably just gonna head back to the hotel, maybe work on editing some of the videos, relax, because tomorrow is gonna be one hell of a day. We got something really, really special going on tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Only one of these happens a year in Korea, and it's a pretty big deal. Super excited to show you guys, but gotta get rested up for that first. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until the next time, everyone have a great day. See ya.